Imagine you want to get a job at a garbage company. And you go to their headquarters, you dress in a suit, and you go to the interview. And the guy asks you, okay, so what do you know about garbage? Are you a good fit? And your answer is, I don't really know about garbage a lot, but I have the correct pedigree. I was born in the right family, so I have the correct skin color. I will be a really great fit to your diversity quota. And they're looking at you, and it's like, okay, yeah, sure, but is that it? No, that is not it. Like, once you hire me, I will get to decide which type of people we will collect garbage from and which type of people we will let the garbage pile up. I will be in charge of your executive decisions from now on. And if you ever get in a meeting, if you ever talk about something, I want to be there. What company would hire people like this? Well, apparently the entertainment companies, because this is the second time that yet again we see the staff being against what the public wants to see. The public pays money to see some people, and you have some gatekeeping moral twats that are saying, no, the public is our children, and we as the parents of the public get to decide that they're not allowed to see it. And every single time it turns out that these weirdos have very bizarre past. So what I'm talking about, the person that tried to get Dave Chappelle canceled from Netflix, turns out she's a raging racist. Actually assaulted Asian women. By the way, notice how the Stop Asian Hate went away all of a sudden, magically. What happened to it? I'm curious. So, they tried to cancel Dave Chappelle. Netflix didn't listen to them, so they moved on. Because that's literally what these people do. They like, that is their hobby. To ruin other people. They can't build for shit. They can't create. They just tear down. So, now there's this guy, Terry Gilliam, who is famous for starring in Monty Python. And he tweeted out saying, it's like, hey, you know what? What happened to Dave Chappelle? Kind of fucked up. So I encourage people to show support. And now he's getting fired. But, you know, like, I don't mind. You know, like, okay, I understand. They have the big cock in society. They are the most powerful, the elites, the nobility. What I really am pissed off about is the fact that they're pretending to be marginalized. When every single corporation puts up your flag, when the US Embassy puts up your flag around the world, where you have the power to sit between millions of people and what they want to see, you are not marginalized, okay? If that is marginalized, can I be next to you? Like, can I sit next to you? Can I be marginalized as well, just like you are? Because it seems to me you got a lot of power, a lot of pull. Now people don't even have to say anything offensive. Now they don't even need to make jokes. All they have to do is to say, hey, go watch Dave Chappelle. Which, by the way, is actually on top of Netflix. Like, everyone wants to see it. Everyone is spending time in order to see it. And you know what? Like, Netflix actually got goodwill from people for once. And by the way, do I need to point out that when Cooties was out, none of these people said a thing. None of these people were offended. None of these people had a problem with Cooties. But when someone makes a joke, oh, heaven forbid, oh, don't joke about the aristocracy. This is why it's really bizarre to see this. Because if at least if I knew that they had the power, like, for example, when it was with the Christians and they were in power, if you made a joke against Jesus, you kind of knew you'd get canceled. But it kind of made sense, you know? It's like, okay, the Christians are in power. So, like, but these people pretend they're not. These people who are multimillionaires working at these corporations having so much power, they pretend they're the underdog. That's what pisses me off. It's like, at least admit it. At least admit that you have a big cock and you can spin it around like a helicopter and BTFO anyone that makes fun of you. So yes, Terry Gilliam got cancelled. He was sent to co-direct the musical, which would play at the theater from spring. However, it was confirmed that the play will no longer take place. No plan for a future date. You know, I just want to say, there are millions of people that want to see these actors, okay? If only 10% of those millions of people would now protest in front of that theater, they would all suck cock. There is no way they would not listen. If 10%, just 10% of everyone that would want to go see, they would protest. What's wrong with protesting against the private company? I don't get it. I mean, the left does it. Do you know why they win? Because that's what they do. If I was even remotely in that area, I would have gotten and I would have protested. I would have probably been the only guy doing it. I don't give a shit. It would have been funny. I would have made for a great YouTube video. But of course, this is an article from the mainstream media, so now they have to tell you why you need to hate this guy. The most bizarre types of articles, I swear to God, like most of the hate in society is pushed by the mainstream media. It's like, here's a guy that you never thought about this year. This is why you need to hate him. So a comedian made jokes. That's pretty much what he did. A comedian made jokes, which were offensive. You know what? I swear to God, just like doctors have malpractice insurance, because when you operate on tens of thousands of patients, eventually probability will show that you're going to botch up a surgery or something, so you need insurance. You need to start selling joke insurance now. I think it's going to catch on. Like, I think every comedian is buying it, because like if you make 10,000 jokes a year, one of them is going to be offensive, so when you get canceled, you demand the insurance. Although, I don't know if that is going to be a profitable business. Because there's going to be like every single comedian that needs it. The way for an insurance to work is that you rely that most people just pay in and they don't use it. It's a risk contract. So what did he do? Well, he said that when I announced that I'm a black lesbian in transition, people take offense to that. Why? Yeah, why do people take offense if you announce this is a lesbian in transition? Sounds to me like it's stunning and brave. Ahead of any season announcement, senior management at the Old Vic would meet with the directors who are programmed to work in the season as a matter of course to discuss our culture and values. A group of young creatives who are members of the Old Vic 12 have taken to social media to voice their support for the cancellation. That's what they do. Cancel. That's literally what they do. They can't create anything. They treat you like a child. They're your mommy. They're your daddy. And they get to decide what you are allowed to see and what you aren't. Man, at least when the Christians were doing it, people were legitimately pissed. Like, I remember those times. Like, on the internet, people were upset. Now, everyone is fine with it. It's like, man, what is wrong with people? Why do you like to be treated this way? Why aren't you speaking up? I'm even looking on forums. People are just like laying down. They're laying low. It's like, oh, well, I gotta get it, you know, because they're like the terror in society. I mean, can you imagine if you just speak in defense of someone? So you don't even need to offend them, but like if you're saying, hey, you know, maybe you guys should check the Netflix special. Oh my God. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you enjoyed this rant, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.